Greetings everybody, James here, Robertson Family Racing Pigeons. Hope this finds everybody doing very well. So what we're looking at here is a Google Maps of the area where I grew up. I am from Provo, Utah. Great place to live. One of the things that I do when I'm deciding where to train my birds, I like to get on Google Maps and just open it up and take a look at where the first race station is and draw a direct line from it to my loft or to my house, basically, so I can see where I want my birds to fly, because obviously a direct line is going to be the fastest route. But the one thing I like about Google Maps is, you have these layers. So I can hit the terrain button, and then all of a sudden I have all the elevation information overlaid on top of the street maps, which is pretty sweet. This area is called Utah Valley. So my loft was here in Provo, and we raced way up north. Okay, so this is Salt Lake. You got these Rocky Mountains up here. So the birds would kind of fly along these mountains in this valley area, kind of up through here. Okay, once they get up into Idaho and stuff. One thing that I tried to do, one thing that I had to think about was this little almost peninsula that sticks out here at the base of these mountains. You can see it's a lot lower in elevation than these, but it's still significant. So we zoom in on this. We can see over here some of the marks here. We've got 5,000 feet right down here, and then by the time we get to the top, it's 6,000 feet. So it's about 1,000 feet from the top to the bottom. So it's significant. So usually what happens, let me zoom back out, is birds would be released from up north. They'd make their way down, go through this little chute, and then out to the valley. And here's where you have lots of different people's lofts all along this area right here. Well, I'm right here. We had some flyers around in this area, some over here, others way down here. So as you can imagine, the straightest line usually favored those down here in this area. To make that curve right there was time consuming, relatively speaking. And it was a little bit so for me as well. So what I tried to do is I tried to train my birds to fly over this little mountain. So my parents were so nice, and they would drive me up. A lot of this was not developed back then. In fact, this was not developed at all right here. Okay, nor was it really developed much on this side as well. There was a couple dirt roads that would get us up to these sides. But basically what we did was we did several tosses. You can see it dips down right through here. And right here it's a little bit lower. So we did several tosses right here. I even hiked my birds up and did a toss or two up around in here. And then we did the same thing on the opposite side. I came over here, hiked up, let my birds off right here. And just to try and get them to learn to see this and to fly over it in order to save me a few minutes. It would give me that straight line right to my loft in the Provo-Orem area. Boom. But I really never got to find out whether or not my birds did that. I don't know if they flew over that. It's called the point of the mountain. I never knew if they actually flew over the point of the mountain when I would train them or when they were raced from the northern direction. I just trained them that way the best I could and hoped. My birds did pretty darn well, all things considered. And so Man, boy, I wish there was a technology that would help us know where our birds are going. Well, you guys know where this is going. Bing bong. La. Okay, let's walk through this. Okay, so here is the GPS ring set that I showed you guys in a previous video. Let's open it up and see what it looks like. All right, we got some instructions here. Nice. Ah, here we go. So these are the actual GPS rings. This little portion right here, that's the battery. And so it comes with these little tabs that you need to pull out. That way it's not wasting battery the whole time that it's sitting on a shelf waiting to be sold or en route being shipped. So anyways, it's a bit of a tight fit, but it looks like this is the charger. Nice. So we'll just take one of these guys, pull out that little black strip, set it down there. Yep, look at that. That's where the pins line up. What do we got over here in this box? Oh yes, these are important. So these are not actual GPS rings. Rather, these are kind of dummy rings or plastic rings just to kind of put on your bird so they get used to wearing that little extra weight on one leg. You know, if we were just to throw this on right before we wanted to toss them and get the information, that might be a little bit of a surprise and an unpleasant surprise for the birds. But this way, you can let them wear this for a few days, and then right before you toss them, you swap it with one of the real bands. That way they're ready to go. Okay, so yeah, these just open up. And I was wondering, when I was looking at this, how do these things actually clip on? So they got this going right here. But I guess I was mostly wondering, how do they clip on with respect to the band? Do they go over the band, around the band, you know, on the different leg? Well, that's a little bit hard to open up, actually. Not gonna lie. That's good, I guess. We don't want it popping open mid-flight. But look, it has this little cavity right there for the band. So got an old string of bands here. If this was my bird, that would just sit in nice and tight right there. See, it's got that little spot for it to fit. Perfect. Then just clamps right in place. There it is. Nice. And, you know, I think we've demonstrated that this band is not going to just fall off your bird while you're flying, because it's got a pretty good clip mechanism. Nice job on Skyleader's part. Awesome. Well, I'm really excited to use this. I'm going to charge these guys. I've got 5 of these that I'm going to put on my birds. I already know some of the birds that I'm going to entrust with these bands. So, yeah, we'll get to that. Awesome. I really want to thank Skyleader. It's a really beautiful product, and it's just a no-brainer. You know, if you want to see where your birds are actually going and to make informed decisions on where to train, where to toss, this is the best way to do it. And we're going to have a lot of fun looking at the data from this. So, awesome, awesome. Super excited about this product. Skyleader GPS. Boom, baby. Basically, these little batteries can just slide. They clip off. So there it is. Got those 2 little plates right down there, which come in contact with those 2 gold plates right there. Pretty nice. Then it just slides back in place. It's gonna clip here. There it goes. So I've just got my thumb. Both my thumbs. Oh my goodness gracious. Now I'm just going to grab the cord. There it is. Come on, James. We got viewers who have places to be. All right. Okay, so this is actually how you charge them. You go in this nice little tray. The little battery slips out and just, let's see. When it's charging time, you just slide it in there. Bing bong, plug it in, and it's good to go. Flip that around, plug that in. But there you go. That's flashing because there isn't anything in it. All right, my 1 and 2 slot batteries are ready to go, so I'm going to pull those out, put them in there, and once I put them in there, I believe the timer starts. I believe they start logging data. So I'll take them out to the loft, get them on birds, and let the birds out. There we go, we got it on the leg. That is really fascinating. Just fascinating. Super cool.